Good afternoon, amazing people. This is just a thought for the day. This is my afternoon constitutional. I know I'm giving a webinar in the morning, but this is my turn to take the dogs out. Vic and I are adhering to guidelines so strictly that he won't come out with me in the afternoon after he's been out for his morning walk. So I gave a video a while ago that was shared quite a lot, almost 3,000 times I believe, about the impact of a full lockdown and the impact of stress and trauma on health, physical, mental, emotional well-being and health. And I want to think a little bit and share with you a little bit of those thoughts about what it means to go out and the kind of crackdown now that has come into force, where the police are more actively checking up the hotlines for calling about concerns that people are not adhering to the guidelines and what this means. I'm not going to go into the issues around civil liberties. Let's just assume that for now, clusterfuck or not, that the government are trying really hard to do something. And I think, based on my other videos, we need to try and do our best to try to minimize fear, minimize the impact that it has on everybody by being there for people as best we can, but also keeping our distance and observing the guidelines. So the police are possibly going to approach you if they consider you to be out unduly. Now here's the thing, people are afraid. People are angry, frustrated. We've had a freeze, we're trying to process that. We've had the shock. And we've got nowhere to run. We can't run from this and we can't fight it. So we may be itching to fight with somebody, and that's what's happening between people now. And if people can't kind of shame other people into behaving the way they want, they're kind of getting angry with them and trying to, well, either you're in or you're out. If I can shame you in the tribe, then I will. If I can't moderate behavior inside the tribe, you're out of the tribe. And that's what's happening. There's these splits and fractures going on within community groups. Brighton, weirdly in particular, Brighton's got really nasty and aggressive, it's very odd, but there's a lot of fear. So it's very likely, and I'm going to put a plea out to the police, but a plea out to you. The police have been given guidelines. They don't know what the fuck's going on, they've got no idea, but they've been told what to do and they're going to do their best. But they're nervous and they're afraid too. And if you go into a situation expecting confrontation and a fight, you're usually going to find it. So I'm going to urge the police to bear that in mind. And whoever briefs and deals with the police and helps them with their stress and the way they're coping with things, I'm going to urge them to specifically focus on the role the police may play in downgrading stress and trauma, even though people that go out are going out trying to release their fight, flight and freeze responses, and being told to go inside is going to be really difficult. So don't prepare for a fight with the police, but at the same time, police don't prepare for a fight with the people that are out. It's as simple as the difference between going up and saying, what are you doing out? Why are you out now? And asking, is there anything I can do to help you? Are you okay right now? Okay, you're still checking what they're doing and why they're out, but you could ask them, is there anything you need? Are you okay? You can find out while they're out, why they are out, by having that conversation instead of being confrontational. Likewise, people, these guys are doing their best. Okay? These guys are just doing what they're told, they're doing their best. They're not allowed to really bring a bit, like reporters and other people, bring their opinion into it. They have to just manage it. And some will find it easier to manage their own emotions than others. But if people are confrontational, it's not going to help. So don't expect a fight, expect a police person to be just as nice as you or I, and expect a police person to just be doing their job and be nice to them. Please share this with police people. Please share this with whoever it is that deals with the stress and trauma and training of police, and in fact any first responder. Because if they don't understand that there is a high level of confrontational energy at the moment because of stress and trauma, then they're going to take it more personally. It's going to get harder. They're going to feel that there is more civil disobedience, and there's whatever it is, oppositional defiance disorder, whatever it is. Okay, we are in this together. The police are doing their best. Do your best. I still recommend you take every opportunity to have your exercise, and I still recommend you release your freeze as much as possible. Singing, shouting, don't shout and scare other people, dancing, moving, doing that at home, and getting sunlight. You don't have to go out on a long walk to get sunlight and fresh air. Go to your window, go to your balcony, go to your back door or your front door and look at the sky, get some vitamin D, okay? You can still get these things from your house. Sit by the window, okay? You're not in a prison cell. You're not in lockdown. It's not lockdown. Get a sense of perspective, a sense of outside, get a sense of the sky, the air, okay? Keep and maintain a clearer sense of perspective. And take your walk, keep your distance, wash your hands, don't touch your face until you wash your hands, and respect other people, okay? But I think we need a really big push now to not make this into a war. So, I mean, as I'm walking along, a part of me was thinking, well, if he says this to me and they do that, and if I go out and I see a policeman and I hear people saying, oh my God, I've got to go to the shops. What if I get stopped? Okay? You're not doing anything wrong. It's okay. It's okay. You're not in prison and you're not on lockdown. You have been asked to observe the guidelines. Do it, but be respectful of the people that have been dragged in to this kind of reinforcement, because other people are struggling to understand the collective impact. Now, on that note, the last thing I'm going to say is the phone lines that have been set up to report people are really to offer a lifeline and a sense of connection and a sense of help to people who are afraid, really afraid of people that are causing problems and not being fair. They're not to report somebody that you've seen to go out for 2 walks today, or somebody that was out longer than 1 hour and was out for an hour and a half. That's not what it's about. Don't fuck up the system by taking your, small-minded anger and aggression out on people because you're upset and you're frustrated. Be kind about the people doing their best, and be kind to the people who've got to deal with all of these calls, okay? Just, if there is a genuine problem, get some help. Call someone and get some help. Don't sit by your phone and sit by the window and make some sort of game out of spotting people that have breached the guidelines, okay? At the most part, people are mostly doing their best, okay? And I really, really encourage you to support other people doing their best. And we need to keep an eye on what's going on. We need to keep an eye on the way things kind of slowly keep creeping into how long this might be for, and where the information's coming from. But at the moment, the best thing to do is to reduce and to downgrade stress and trauma around the whole thing. Reach out and create community. Support people looking after their health and well-being, and that's physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And I'm urging you this time to particularly pay attention to the first responders, in particular the police, that are in a very uncomfortable, difficult job. So this is a shout out for the police. This is a shout out to you to do your best to make it easy for them. Okay? Have nice conversations with nice people and do what you can. Maybe talk to you tomorrow.